high security, high decentralization, and high throughput, which for mass adoption. So we checked many Layer-2 solutions, especially state channel, plasma, or any other off-chain computation. So are they ready for this? No. So we have to build our own rocket protocol. To achieve these goals, which one was the first thing come? I think it's consensus mechanisms. So if you have a great consensus mechanism, it will solve most of the problems. So we choose VRF and BLS for our consensus mechanism. VRF stands for verifiable random function, which generates true random numbers. The true random numbers will help to select nodes to create blocks and verify them. The true random numbers instead of hash computing, that means high throughput. It's very fast, much faster than BTC or than any other public blockchains. So what about the BLS? BLS is the group signature. In our mechanism, there are many nodes called validators. They will join a group. A group will do the signature process. That means lots of nodes do the signature together, not the only one. So that means higher security and higher decentralization. So this is about our consensus algorithm. But does developer really care about consensus? I don't think so. Because the first thing when the developer met for the blockchain, I think it's a smart contract. You have to know how to write a smart contract to do your business. But a smart contract is not developer friendly, in my opinion, because as a former Java programmer, I don't think smart contract is enough for everything. So we create something called State Machine, which is a framework to help you to develop your dApps, just like a normal app. That is very important because in our theory, we don't think a limitation for programming language is necessary. We prefer a free choice. You can choose everything you want. You can write your dApp by Java, by C++, by JS, Python. It's okay. You can choose everything you want, just under our State Machine framework. So, when you finish your State Machine, you can run natively, or maybe locally, which means on your laptop or on your PC. So it's very easy to test or debug. So when you finish your debug, your test, you can go to the second round. That is, you can try to deploy it on our rocket protocol Layer-2. So when you do Layer-2, we provide you a set of lifecycle management, which means you can publish your dApp, then you start to run it, you pause it, update it, resume it, and even close it. When you're in this lifecycle, of course, you will make some problems. Maybe you will make some bugs you never find in your native PC. So you will make something new problem. So we probably use some monitor and a log tool, which means we'll show you some messages when you online on Layer-2. And last, we provide you something called a connector, which is used for different blockchains. That allows you to deploy your dApps on different blockchains. So you can, generally speaking, you will develop your dApp natively, then you try to deploy it on my rocket protocol, and finally you can use connectors for every blockchain. That means you have to write once. Write once means you have to write this State Machine only once. and run every chain by our connectors. So about a game, in my opinion, NFT could be the most attractive part. So we designed an NFT exchange mechanism. Of course, ERC 721 is in our Rocket protocol. You can use ERC 721 in our Rocket protocol. And we designed another mechanism allows you to reuse your digital assets. Those could be three very important parts of the protocol, and there will be a roadmap. We are going to start our public test in the coming months, and the mainnet will be launched in the coming year, so you can try to use it. And these are some games which are connected to our protocol right now. So it's a very famous game called Ground Hunter, which is the first blockchain CSGO. So we will launch them very, very soon. So here is the video for these games. So if you want to see, well.